And yeah, like I was saying, welcome everybody to the Altoona Engineers at New York Dragons. Back-to-back week matchup between these two teams. And as you take a look, the quarterback position, we already saw them play last week again. They're playing with each other. But Aiden Steinbugle going to be facing up against Connor Swanson. Trey Boore, running back, had himself a good game last season. McDonald also had a fairly decent game. And then Moises Pleasant, very surprisingly, I didn't expect him to do very good. And then Zavon Carter Jr. and then Stormy Storm the second. And you take a look here, Altoona Engineers won last week. They're going to come out and have the odds against them as all except Danny are taking the Dragons. Danny says, expect Altoona to put on an offensive clinic today. Go David James. I foresee New York lighten up the scoreboard in this matchup. I think New York breaks their losing streak with a statement win today. New York will put on a clinic today in this blowout win. The Dragons have a 55% chance of winning based on 1,000 simulations. Well, I believe the odds were in their favor last week as well, and look how well that worked out. And New York gonna win the toss here. They elect to receive the ball. Home field advantage tonight for them. That's me, McDonald will make a return here. A block set foot as he breaks one, makes a man miss, and finally comes down. This ball spot at the 29, not a half bad return at all. Switch of view here. Swanson sends one in motion. Go! And the first play of the night is going to be a short comeback to the running back, and it's underthrown. 2nd and 10. Hike! Drops back again, and another just out of reach that time. Swanson not having a great opening drive here, especially for the home crowd. Third and 10 now will be a pass. Face-off formation, they motion one out. Trips on the right. It's going to be a lob up to Zavon Carter Jr. and he brings it in. He was 1-on-2. I did not see him coming down with that ball, but he managed to do it. Tonight. A beautiful reception from Zavon. This one's going to be lobbed over to Pierce. Tonight. Handoff to McDonald. He breaks one and he finally gets brought down. A gain of none. Brought back to the line, I believe, so 3rd and 6 now. I thought that said ATL, not ALT. I thought we had Atlanta here. No, he got a yard, so. Swanson to drop back. He's going to lob this one up. 1-on-1. It's Damian Pierce. I believe that's his name, Damian. And his 2nd reception of the night now. A pretty big one there for the first down, as it's now 1st and 10 on Altoona's 21. This Altoona team is stacked on the receiving or on the offensive side of the ball. Matthew Manalia, Joe Hallinan, the tight end and wide receiver, Trey Boore, the running back, and Aiden Steinbugle, a not so good but okay quarterback. Well, he's better than Swanson, and Swanson makes another underthrow. And he's going to hand this one off to McDonald. As he's caught in the backfield. Big TFL by Watkins. Wants him to drop back. Gonna look one-on-one and he drops the ball. A 4th and 11. They will bring on the field goal unit.
Go!
And it is good from 38. The kick now, 3-0, and he's going to return. And he gets shot blocked practically. Steinbugle drops back. He has one open short. It's Joe Hallinan. And he brings that in for about 8. It's 9, sorry, as it's 2nd and 1. Trey Boore runs it across the line for a first, getting the job done. Oh. Third and 12 for Altoona on their own 43-yard line. Centennial snaps the ball. He fires Trey Boore and he underthrows him. And the punt team now. McDonald lets it go as it will go into the end zone. McDonald brings it in. It's a big TFL. The pass is in one quarter, and he brings it in for a first. And more as it's 1st and 10 now on the New York 37. The It's a 1-on-2 and he drops the ball. And he having to come back in for it, sorry. Hunter Swanson's 5 for 10 tonight with 68 yards. And as I say that, he's going to complete another one to Pierce over the middle for a first. Run to McDonald. He's going to get a decent yard on that one. That's 5 there. 2nd and 5 is now we end the first quarter. Play action now. It's just going to be dropped along the sideline on what seemed to be a fairly easy reception. She pulls more bitches than me, and I'm a whore, and she's a whore. Plus, he said she was a whore at that soccer game to me and Mike. And here we go. Yes, everybody. Did I admit to being a whore? I don't think I'm a whore, but that girl calls me a whore. Oh my god, what a punt! Wow, pins them at the 4. Oh yeah, she likes to call me a whore, so whatever, I guess I'm a whore in her standards. I did not mean to mic on this. He told me to call her a whore because she was one in the car as well. Trey Boore with a big first down there. 11 yards. Wow, what a carry for the young man. The rookie from Altoona High, playing for Altoona now. The Steinbeagle drops back. He's going to go scrambling out left. Lobs one up for Spinner. Brought in. The 45-yard line. First down and much more. He was able to get out of the pocket there, throwing that one down to Spinner. And Spinner was able to make a play. That's going to be good for 40 yards. Now in New York territory. Hand off the Boore. Up the middle. Kinda. And he's going to be good for 8 there. 7. So 2nd and 3. Boore hits the edge, gets blown up at the line of scrimmage though, and there will be offsides against the defense. Oh, just under throw. Boore hits the edge, gonna get brought down, but he carries him over for at least 1 yard. It's now 2nd and 19. Jesus. That flag, the holding really set them back. But never fear, Trey Boore is here. 6 for 25.
Go!
finds Trey Boore on the comeback. Drops back and let this one go up for Joe Hallinan. Brought in first down in the red zone now, knocking on New York's door. Lining up in the pass formation. Or to his right, I believe.
Tonight.
Lets this one in the window and it gets swatted down. 2nd and 10, Altoona. I'm just commentating. What?
Tonight.
Passes. Boore on the carry. Gets about 2 and gets brought down quick. 3rd and 8 now for Altoona. They have the score to take the lead, or settle for a field goal and tie it up here. 3:10 and counting remains in the first half, sorry. Eagle drops back, looking for a man open. Oh my, almost intercepted. Wow, a lot of drops by the DBs this year. Can't have that. I mean, that's a thing a lot of teams have to look to improve upon. I know there's some great defensive backs and linebackers coming in the next 3 draft classes, but that's definitely something to look into as the field goal is made from 29. There's now a 3-3 game. The kickoff, as you see McDonald all the way back there to return. Switch the angle here is Max on the return. He's going to go for it. And gets brought out. He breaks one. And now he's down to about the 32. We're going to see New York now stepping back on the offense. Motions a man in. But now switches to the left. And it's going to be a flag on the play. Finding his man along the sideline. Pierce going to step out. And we're going to learn that flag was against the defense offsides. But we'll accept it. No clue. He hasn't been here since I got here. I've been here about 20 just now. A little over 20, like 30-ish. 2-minute warning has arrived. It's now 3-3 remaining. 1st and 5 for New York. Swanson 6 for 12, 79 yards. Gets to find himself a touchdown and left hand interceptions. McDonald with a big carry, taking that for what looks to be 10. And it's a first down, Max McDonald. Max McDonald's quite an interesting story. I don't know if we talked about it last week or not. This kid was drafted by the Apollos. Quickly, he had a lot of hate from the start. One of the MFL greats, Nate Shade, had a lot of faith in him. He taught him through college. He went to Philadelphia University to learn from Shade, be closer to him. He learned about a lot about reading defense and how to get open, how to make plays on the feet. While his time there, Shade definitely hyped him up, and he went to one of the teams funded by Shade, the Apollos. Didn't have a great tenure there. He got traded shortly after, as his teammates didn't like having him. I guess I'll say they felt he wasn't as talented as them, and they wanted him gone, to say at least. He had a rough first season. That first season, I believe, was last year, season 4. Now he's here. Did not get saved, definitely. Now he's here with the Dragons and carrying his own weight, I'd say. He has some great plays on his resume. Actually see when Max McDonald came in. Actually, I don't know if we'll be able to, but came in same year as Yoshi, I believe. So Yoshi's, yeah, I think this was Yoshi's first year. Gonna do some research here. Him and Yoshi came in the first season together. Like that's when AFL history awards inventory.
Strike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, no. I mean, they both have one. Yeah, McDonald, rookie last year. And, I mean, his career is so all over the place. I mean, he was with the Apollos. I forget where he went after the Apollos. But I think he went to Snowington, yeah. Or Tampa. Apollos, Tampa, maybe a tenure at Snowington, I can't remember. But he was all over, basically. I know he was at least on 3 teams. He went to Apollos, then went to Tampa, got cut from Tampa. I forget where he finished this season at. Maybe he didn't finish on a 3rd team. But McDonald now makes his way back to New York because they drafted him. Looking for an answer in the back, in the run game. And he's definitely been, you know, their saving grace. He's had such a great season so far. I get this is only the 2nd game, but he's not a horrible running back compared to the rest. I think they definitely got a winner with him. You what?
Go!
You're cut. You're a real player. Storm the second. TFL! Yeah. That's Bill Ravenstein on the TFL there. An Altoona legend. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hike!
Swanson drops back to pass. And it's out of reach. 31 seconds remain in the half. It's 3rd and 9 for the Dragons. Pitch to McDonald. He's going to get through and for a big gain of what I believe was 10. I think it was 3rd and 12. Either, you know, 11 to 13 in that range, but I believe it was 10. Oh, jeez. Anywhere between 9 and 11, sorry. But they will have to punt. Trey Boore will let it go by, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchdown. Two seconds remain. They're going to run strips on the right. Steinbeagle hits a short, and he drops it. I believe that was Joe Hallinan, actually, who dropped that there. And at halftime, 3-3. Engineers will get the ball at half. And take a look here at the stats. Connor Swanson, 10 for 18, 86 yards, and Aiden Steinbeagle, 6 for 12, 85 yards. Steinbeagle's definitely having a better game, but he's not having himself neither, I should say, are having a good game. Trey Boore on the return. He's going to get down for about the 21 there.
Tonight.
Trey Boore gets blown up at the line. That's going to be ruled as a TFL. I think they actually marked the ball a yard ahead. I might be incorrect, but it looks to be so. 2nd and 9. Yeah, they marked that ball a yard ahead, but gave him credit for the TFL. Deep shot, 1-on-1. Joe Hallinan making up for that last drive with a beautiful reception deep. And they will decline the offsides against the defense for the huge reception there.
Sit hut.
Boore on the run. He tries hitting the edge and gets blown up for about a yard.
Tonight.
Boore on the run, breaks one, and he's gonna fall through for 7 there. Good run there on the play. 3rd and 3 now.
Tonight.
And Aiden Steinbugle tries taking himself, gets blown up at the line for a TFL. 4th and 3, they'll have to punt the ball away.
Go.
Send up to Max McDonald, up the middle, ball comes loose! It's Bill Ravenstein on the recovery.
Hike.
Trey Boore, big TFL by Latrell there. Shoot 2nd and 10 there again.
Go.
And the ball comes loose on the sack. Recovered by Fisher now. New York gets the ball back on their own 30. Steinbugle lost control of the ball going down on the sack, and Fisher able to recover it for the Dragons. And now Swanson comes back out here with McDonald behind him.
Tonight.
I believe that's McDonald. Yep, Max McDonald, and he gets blown up in the backfield by Ravenstein again. Huge TFL for Altoona. And this is now 2nd and 11. Back, almost attacked, or almost attacked. McDonald breaks one and keeps it going. 13 on the game. They're going to bring out McDonald now for Fisher.
Tonight.
Hand up this Fisher on the edge. Gets speared into an oblivion. Jesus. And they bring back in McDonald after that 3-yard run. 2nd and 7 here.
Tonight.
14 and counting left in the 3rd. Run to McDonald. He breaks one. He hits the edge. Plowing through one for a gain of 8 to 9 there. What a run by McDonald. I really am looking forward to seeing the rushing stats here tonight. Both Boore and McDonald have had crazy run games, you know, crazy ground games for their respective teams. Part of the reason it's only 3-3. The passing game can't get started, the running backs are carrying the game, and when the D-line starts to clamp down and you can't pass the ball, you have to settle for 3, and it showed. You know, your run game can't be effective 24/7. You have to be multi-dimensional. Same with the pass game. If you have a great pass game but no run game, you're not going to win anything. And Fisher carrying the load. As McDonald was pulled out, they're going to show Fisher can do it himself as well with a big 13-yard to 15-yard gain there. Now on Altoona's 33, 1st and 10. 2:21 left in the third. McDonald in the backfield, however. There will be a handoff. He hits a gap and he's going for a run. Big old 14 yards on that play as they pull him almost instantly. It's for Fisher and Christine to come in. McDonald's 11 for 44 today. Not having himself a bad game at all. I believe after this game we were to end it around 90, maybe 100 something, rushing yards. But the game's not over. We still have 11:29 to play of regulation time. And the way this game's looking, it might go to overtime, which means great for the rushing stats, and I love that. I really do love it. I love seeing these crazy good running backs against decent defenses. As Fisher's going to carry this one. Big TFL there, and I think it was Ravenstein again. Another huge play by Ravenstein. He's their only drafted defensive player this season, and he's showing why. What a man.
Sit hut.
Drop back. Gonna be a lob up. And no good is now 9 seconds remain. 4th and 8. They're gonna bring the field goal unit on.
Sit hut.
And it's up and good. 35-yarder. It is now 6-3 New York. Dennis to kick off. Back there is Trey Boore, and he will return this one at the 3. And now passes the 20. He's going to cut out back in. Breaking one. He's staying up on his feet down at the 31 now. As we begin the 4th quarter. Altoona 3, New York 6. And now as Altoona starts their 4th quarter drive. Time to going to be a play action with Boore, and he catches Boore on the comeback actually. The 5-yarder. Time to go. Mandalia out. Handoff. Time Boore breaks one, makes another. Burke with a crazy TFL there. 3rd and 2 now.
Sit hut.
Drops back to pass. Looking deep, and it's dropped by his wide receiver. Aiden Steinweg having himself a hell of a game. Look, it's you. That's Matthew Mandalia. They're gonna punt though. And a big tackle behind the 20 there. Hey, if you want to hop on, I'll let you commentate for the Nebraska game because I kind of have to go soon. So I'll turn it on for like you to start commentating, and then when I get back, I'll put on the Nebraska game for Hayes. I'm gonna throw Chris House for a little bit. McDonald run, hit the edge for 3. Yeah, I still got 8 minutes in this game. We're chilling. Max McDonald, 12 rushes, 47 yards. Sends one to the slot. It's gonna be a pitch out to McDonald. Met by, nope, never mind, I don't know who that is. 42 on the defense. Hand off to McDonald and blown up on the edge. Big TFL for Ravenstein once again. I believe that's his 4th TFL of the game. 1 fumble recovery as well. The man is having himself a game. That is great-grandfather, or sorry, not great, that is grandfather, sorry, of Nate Ravenstein, the wide receiver of the Tipton Trojans. It is Trey Boore back to return. One man makes him, breaks him off, and he's down at about the 44. 43. Altoona going to start their drive now. Need a field goal to tie this game up and potentially send it to overtime.
Go!
Going off the board. Hits the edge. No one in sight. They're going to lose him. Oh, they finally push him out of bounds at about the 14 to 15. They're officially in the red zone. Big, huge run from Trey Boore there. As now, Altoona with 6:07 and counting. Set things up to score.
Go!
If he would have scored there, that would have given them their first lead. Spinner on the reception. Going to spin out a 1. Get it? Spinner? Spin. And it's holding against the offense. 10-yard penalty. 1st and 20 now on the New York 25. Simple mistakes like that. That reception put them at about the 7-yard line after the spinner out of a tackle. Stein do motions and into the slot. Dropping back. He has a man open, but no, he doesn't throw it to him, and he almost throws an interception.
Hike!
2nd and 10. Hand off to Trey Boore. Or sorry, 2nd and 20. And he's going to get it to about the 15 now. 3rd and 10. Trey Boore has had some crazy runs so far this game. I believe 52 yards this drive alone. So, yeah, you see there, 2 rushes, 52 yards. 4 plays for 52 yards as well. He's single-handedly carrying this offense. And it's going to be a deep shot, 2-on-1, and it can't count words. Now 4th and 10 from the 15. They're going to spring on the field goal unit to tie it with 4:21 on the clock. Ravenstein will go 9 for 18, 122 yards. He probably has less passing yards than Boore has rushing on this drive alone. Add that. No, probably this game. I wouldn't be surprised. And he made the field goal 6-6 now with 4:17 in the 4th. Kick is deep. Back at the 5. McDonald is going to get brought down about the 20. 21 they give him. 4:13 left in regulation. McDonald in the backfield. Swanson not having himself a great game. Sends one in motion to the slot. Drops back. Has 3 open. He chooses Pierce. McDonald gets out to make a block. That's going to be a 20-yard pick up there. Sorry, a 18-yard pick. My mistake. Still good enough for the 1st down. Clock does not run as he was pushed out of bounds, and Pierce has had 6 receptions for 56 yards. Having himself quite a receiving game. Just going to hand off to McDonald up the middle. Gets good for 3. It's now 2nd and 7.
Tonight.
And up to McDonald. And that's going to be another huge run there. 5 on the gain. 3rd and 2nd now. Altoona needs to make a huge stop here to get the ball back with 3:15 and counting, however. In a 3-1-1 formation, motioning a receiver over the strings either side. Hand off to McDonald. He breaks one in the backfield and gets brought down over the line for 7 there. Now on Altoona's 47 with 2:39 and counting. New York could have this ball in the bag if they can drive another 15-20 yards. Hand off to Lynch. He's going to make one miss, and it's going to be good for 5. 6, sorry. 2nd and 4. on the 41 now, as we reach the 2-minute warning. New York has to play these cards right, and they still have to go about another 10 yards to get in field goal range. It's the misdirect to Fisher. Fisher hits the edge. First down and more. He gets 7 on that play. They're now at the 35 with McDonald in. That's where the confidence comes. With McDonald back there. Now, you know, he could take this ball 35 yards for a touchdown. That's something Fisher can't do. Hugo Fisher, 5 attempts, 21 yards. Look what I'm saying. He's a good running back. He takes this one up the middle and stiff arms one off of him for 6 yards. Altoona going to use a timeout. 1:27 on the clock, 2nd and 4, and they are in field goal range. At this point, Altoona's just trying to force the field goal with enough time so they can still score late in this game. Blown up in the backfield for a TFL by Bush. It'll be 3rd and 4, still barely in field goal range, but I'm not sure if their kicker can make this. You know, their kicker isn't one of the best in the league, and sometimes it shows that with some of these near misses, I should say. And that's McDonald again. He gets the first down and more. It's good for 7 or 8. From on the 23 now. Minute 15 left. Altoona is all out of timeouts. New York needs to, you know, honestly just run the clock out. Run the ball. Waste as much clock as you can. And there's a flag on the play. False start on the offense. It will now be 1st and 15 on the 28. A holding call could knock New York out of field goal range. So they have to play perfect football here. You know, no more penalties. Even another false start could knock them out of field goal range. And now he motions one over. We'll have twins left and strong side right.
Go!
McDonald in the backfield. Handoff to McDonald. And he's going to get them right back in field goal range with a 3-4 yard rush. Minute 5 and counting. From Altoona's 24. Altoona's just trying to force the ball out. A hit stick fumble, you know, interception, a big, huge TFL for 7. Anything really is possible. And those anything scenarios could be what wins them the game as McDonald just runs this ball up the middle again, bringing it to 3rd and 4 now. And I think this game is just about over. A beautiful 7-yard rush from McDonald. He has 22 attempts for 85 yards tonight. And another carry. This is good. Going far down to the 4. Down to the 4. A huge run there by Max McDonald. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They didn't snap the ball in time. They had 3 timeouts left. And they let clock run. We're in overtime. Altoona just got bailed out. They got bailed out. Oh my goodness. How do you let that happen as New York? You have 3 timeouts sitting there. Clock just keeps going and going. Call a timeout at 1. Dennis kicks this off. Altoona starts with the ball as well. That's going to be Trey Boore back on the return. You know they're in high gear after that. They saw what can happen. Ball's down at the 24 now. 28. Oh my god, I read that backwards. Trey Boore's just going to have to carry this offense. To a scoring drive. That's how it's going to have to go.
Sit hut.
Drops back, finds, and it's low. No shocker there from Steinbuehler. Aiden Steinbuehler, 9 for 19, yeah. Not having too good of a game. 122 yards. Sends him in motion. Dropping back. Has Boore open on the sideline, but throws it too late. Way too late. Has to get that ball off quicker. It's now 3rd and 10. It was swatted down by the linebacker who made a beautiful read and adjustment to get on Trey Boore. 9 for 20 now. He's subpar. I believe that's a 45% completion rate there, so Steinbuhl to take in his own. A blocker steps, and it's a first down. Ball comes loose, and he picks it right back up. First down, however, for Altoona. 9:36 and counting. Steinbuhl, another carry. I think that's good for 6 as well. 7, wow. Having himself an attempt, let me tell you. He said, listen, I'm not passing this ball real well. Let me try the ground game. It's working. 3 rushes for 7 yards. A pitch to Trey Boore breaks one, and that line just got blown up. Huge TFL, 3rd for 7. Fisher in the backfield made the play. 8:20 and counting left in overtime. As Altoona needs to score. Needs to even get a first down. They're not even in field goal range. They're not even across the 50. Out here in a 1-2. Finds one deep. No! A miscommunication by the two leads to a 4th and 7. I think he thought he was running a comeback, or Steinbuhl thought he was running a go. One of the two. He came back as Steiny went ahead and tried to lob him that one deep to him. This one's going to be punt to McDonald. And this might actually be good enough to get pinned. On the 1. Did they get it in time? That's the question. No. Touchback.
Go!
Pin up to McDonald. Hits the edge and he's gone. The 50. Down to about the 46 or 43. McDonald, huge run to put New York in position to win this game. This is McDonald's breakout season. Maybe even his breakout game. 24 rushes for 135 yards. Keep feeding that kid. He'll lead you to a championship. Just feed him. Let him develop. Another beautiful run. This one's good for 10. First down, New York, as they pull McDonald and bring in Fisher. Don't agree with that. "25 rushes, 146 yards. Wow.
Hike!
Hand off to Fisher, he hits the edge, no. Gets blown up and he breaks the tackle, he's good for 2. Managing to even get positive yards on that as a running back, you know, anyone has to acknowledge that and give appreciation where due. TFL for Grant. The PAT, or the field goal to win it, and it's good. New York wins the game 9-6. Final score again, 9-6. Max McDonald, 25 attempts at 146 yards. Anderson comes in with defensive at 1 sack, 1 TFL, 1 forced fumble. And we look at the quarterback matchup here. Swanson, 14 for 24, 120 yards, and Steinbuhl, 9 for 21, 122 yards. Taking a look at game stats now. Trey Boore was their offensive leader, 16 attempts at 85 yards. And defenses, Bill Rabenstein, 4 tackles, 4 TFLs, 8 tackles, and 2 pass deflections, as well as a fumble recovery. Aiden Steinbuhl also had 3 attempts at rushing, 3 QB draws, are sad, with 7 yards. Joe Hallinan, 4 receptions, 68 yards. He's that kind of receiver, you'd lob that up to, even if it's an overthrow, he might be able to go up and get it. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be for AFL action here soon.